And we go live. Good morning, everyone, on every channel. Today, Emanuele Nusca here with you, the Politicator, to answer and explain all your questions about the perfect choice and the dual vote. Today, I'm going to run a new experiment because we are going live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn this time at the same time, and we are running a space on X, so you can connect really every time from everywhere you want. I see people from YouTube, so thank you for commenting from YouTube, so I know that it works. Last time I had problems with Facebook, so this time I will try to keep an eye. If someone is on Facebook, I will open my Facebook page at the beginning, so to see if the comments goes through. So if someone is on Facebook, please send some comment or something else, so I can know that the platform is linked properly and I can see and answer to every comment coming from everywhere. So I know that the space is there, YouTube works, we should be live on Facebook as well. Yes, we are. So thank you very much, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, Emanuele Nusca. So who is Emanuele Nusca? Very brief introduction for me and why I am the Politicator. What is the Politicator? Well, I'm 49 years old, Italian, and at certain point of my life, I really understood the meaning, the deep meaning of the word politics. So I became a politicator, and so now I try to explain to anyone, to every people, what true politics is. And thank you from Facebook as well. Yes, we know that this time the comments are working. Thank you, Fabo, for that. And so and as well, new methods, new tools to do better politics. Better politics came to me. I envisioned this system that I called the perfect choice and the dual vote. So since 2000, the end of 2011, when all these things came to me, I changed my life basically, and I started to do this job of talking, of politicating, as I like. I like to use this verb to politicate, what that means to do politics, and we will see later what that is. So today I'm here because someone requested me on this space to explain better in English. So sorry for the Italian friends, but today, yes, the English people need some explanation. So I prepared a few websites as well to show you at the beginning, so you can have references on the web for later. You can go check and find, or at the same time you can browse with me what we are looking for, or all the links of the website are in the description. So this is my personal website. If you want some information about me, history, what I do, personal, and the links of every other website that we are going to see. So first of all, the perfect choice, .eu. This is the website that we are talking, that contains all the explanation of the method, the perfect choice, and you can find and read download and read eventually the manual in 16 languages. So you have the most talked languages all over the world, plus some others. Okay, so the perfect choice.info. Then you have the French website, Les Choix Parfaits. Si vous parlez français, vous pouvez lire cet site ici. Ou sinon, we are going to Spain, La Elección Perfecta. You have the same information about the perfect choice in Spanish. So you can, and of course Italian, since this is the native language la scelta perfetta.it. Okay, so I really exhort you later on to download and read the manual on the website, because yes, it contains much more information, the ones that I will give you about now, because yes, we will go through the manual, but I don't want to read it all and be very, very specific. I just want to give you an overview of the system, why it should work, and also we can test it, because yes, we can make the experience of what it means to vote with the dual voting system, and you can organize wherever you want. We can do it online. We can do it today, later on, if we will have a few people in the space on Twitter. So please join there. And once again, you have the link in the description. So I will share now the manual. Just give me a second, because yes, the user manual. So I will explain a little bit what is the perfect choice and how it works. So a perfect choice is a voting system. Okay, it's a voting system, but it's feasible, comprehensive, replicable, anticipatory, verifiable, responsible, visionary, all these adjectives, compared to the others, because we have many voting systems that we can use. So and everyone gives you a different picture of the mind of the group of the people that are going to decide together, that are going to express their individual vote in this collective environment where all the votes are collected and expressed in one picture for everyone. So in the vocabulary, you have the definition. In fact, let's see what the vote is. The vote is the manifestation of the will of the member of a group of terrestrials that express it in sync. In sync, they are synchronized, because at a certain moment in time, they are all going to do the same thing. Yes, during a given election or a collective choice. An election, a voting, a collective choice are all synonyms of the same thing. Okay? And the dual vote basically is the same manifestation, is still a voting system, but there is the completeness of the intent used by terrestrials in the act of choice. Why? Because, yes, it uses the dual vote, a vote that is full of your positive will, but also it contains your negative will. So very simple concept, and is expressed in the manual visually in this way. So one vote, yes, is made by two quantities. That these two quantities exist reciprocally, manifest themselves into one creative unit. What I want to say with this, that when we judge, we like things or we dislike things, but we are all disliking or liking the same thing, perhaps in different manners. But as well, at the same time, when we have a set of possibilities, we always have a first one and the last one, or someone that we don't want in absolute, and something that we want less. So we must express in the perfect choice system both of these feelings, judgment, likes about a set of things that are concerning, that are talking about the same problem, that are solutions for the same problems, aka the options of the poll. So basically, once again, then in the what is the new here, that in the standard polls one vote is made by one sign, okay, a +1, that it become a +1. So I will vote this, I choose this, and I will give my vote to that option or the other one. So it's one thing, it's only positive, and that's it. In the perfect choice system, instead, you have this dual vote. You have two parts, so it means that one is positive, one is negative, and so you need to cast two options and give two separate quantities of energy, one to your preferred options and the other one to your less preferred, your negative options, and that's it. So, and this is what visually changes. You see, I designed the option here, A, B, C, D, E, F, like containers that contains the votes. But that's the difference from the usual vote that looks like this. Every container contains a quantity of numbers that are all the same. These are all, can say, positive vote, because at the end of the day, we will transform this in +1. So that's how we see the votes in the normal voting system. While when we move to a dual voting system, that's what we see. That's the main difference, basically, because for every container, you will see different kinds of votes in different quantities. So you will see how much or how many positive votes each option gets and how many negatives. And from there, you can do the maths that are going to reveal the final picture. So I don't want to go now really into the ranks that eventually that are very, very, very easy and explicable. But that's what the perfect choice it does. So I'll show you at the end of the manual. Yeah, that's again how is simple to vote with the dual vote. How simple is, because you have the same ballot, okay, but you have the dual vote. Instead of expressing just one vote for your preferred option, you need to cast two votes, one positive and one negative. The positive, of course, for the option that you want to push it forward, that you want to realize, and the negative vote to the other options, the other that you don't want to be done, you don't want to give your energy, you want to kill it. Okay, so that's the dual vote, and this is how the mathematical results are added all together. So you do the sums, so you can easily understand that when an option gets a lot of plus and minus, most of them are going to nullify themselves, because +1 minus 1 is 0. Yes, very easy. So eventually you will see what is left in the energy, so-called energetically speaking, for every option. And that's where you will get the perfect energy. Because, for example, if an option gets +10 and -9, it means that 9 and 9 energy will go to 0, because they nullify themselves, and 1 plus is left. If an option takes -5 and +3, it means that its final perfect energy will be -2, plus the rest, of course, of nullified energy. So that is the concept. And very easy to do, but this is the mechanical and the mathematical part that is very easy. But as you can see, the manual contains a lot of words as well, because in effect a voting process is in itself a kind of political process where people decided together, but the voting phase of a voting process eventually is just the last one, because every vote starts with the definition of the problem. And that's where we, the terrestrial human beings, usually fail to find the solution to start with. By the way, after the problem, you have the possibility to list and discuss every option, every answer, every possible solution for this particular problem, and those will become the options of the poll, and then finally express the dual vote, and then you read and analyze the data of the chart. So what you really need to do all this, well, I will switch to another website that is this one. You need terrestrials. You need terrestrial human beings. You need terrestrial human beings because terrestrial human beings are the actors, the voters eventually, the ones that will give the option to the problems they have. So basically we are doing everything. And this is another website that contains this very small definition in Italian and in English. But this is pivotal to understand who is who and why we are doing a poll as well. So I really exhort you to read, and this is an argument as well of conversation. I am here to discuss all this and trying to find a way to implement this solution for the general public. It means us. I consider myself as a part of the general public. Again, that's what we are. So I can land here for now. Unfortunately, the space is empty, and either the person that required me to explain this method is not there. So I have no further question. I have one listener, which is Munir. Good morning, Munir. If you want to come up on stage and have some question for me, we can have a conversation. So the floor is open for anyone. Anyone, please, can ask me everything. And more you ask, more I can explain about it. But I think I give you the concept. Please, once again, go and read the manual on the website, or yeah, ask me anything. So okay. So in the meanwhile, I can give you once again. I can explain what I mean when I say politics, remembering the real meaning of politics, which is the art that a group of people do to come to a consensus, to a decision, writing a law, writing a rule, writing a contract. That's what politics is. So it's an action, it's a collective action that a group of people is going to do because we eventually have a problem, a common problem, a public problem. Yes, this is a public thing. Okay, so every voting system, it's a tool for politics because it's a tool to reveal you the picture of the global will of the group of people that can do and eventually is doing already politics. Again, is an action, is not a persona, is not an adjective, is an action, is a collective action to come to a decision. Oh, we have, thank you, a question. I can understand why the space room is empty. That's a good question, Munir, thank you. maybe people is not interested. Yes, I publicize this everywhere in many platforms I can, as you see. And in effect, I'm doing this because from the public requested me. They say, why don't you do that? Why don't you do a live and we run a test and I can ask more questions? I say, well, I can do it all the time. So let's fix a date. Just tell me when. And they say, okay, Sunday at 9 o'clock. As you can see, Sunday, 9 o'clock, I was here, I'm here, and I'm doing this, and I'm recording this. So I'm producing the content anyway, but I'm showing it here at the same time that the same people that requested me for this and so proposed me a contract, because this is a public thing. Okay, it was requested by him. He knows that I am public and this thing is public, so it basically requested in fact, by messages, by comments online. And as soon as he said me 9 o'clock Sunday, I opened the live. I fixed my agenda, this appointment, just for him. For one person, I do all this. But you can see that that person today is not here. And I also sent him a private messages just a few minutes ago to remind that I'm here, available for him. In this case, yes, he was a man. He is a man. So I hope that nothing serious happened to him. That's why probably he's not here. But this is the said reality, and Pablo say it's empty and full at the same time. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We are 3, 4. I don't really know who is eventually watching. I see someone online, but I'm sure that sooner or later we will get more traction with these arguments, because we need to address the political problems in the world. So that's why everything I say, it's applicable, and everything I propose, it's applicable in every part of the world. Because once again, I'm talking about terrestrials. I'm talking about these little guys here, okay? That, not here, these little guys here, that it's us, and that they are the creators of everything, basically. And the way we choose what to create and what not is politics. So politics is the really art that a major people do. Politics is not for anyone, because it's for people that understood how rules in the creation works, and they want to participate to establish those rules together. They want to stop fighting, or they want to start. I want to fight at the table, though. So then I will not fight outside. I will not build bombs and fight people outside. I'm fighting at the table with the words, trying to get what I want to do in public, but I need to remember that the others want to do exactly the same. They want their thing to be done. Okay, but that's where problems arise, because we cannot do the same everything we want for the public at the same time, because we do not have the energy. No one can build a street, for example, or something quote unquote huge or big that is, public and usable by anyone by itself. To build a road, to build a building, we need a lot of people cooperating together. So that's where we need to talk and discuss and choose solutions. And that's why we need voting system. And that's why we need real, true politics, understand how these things work, and do it by ourselves without delegating too much, or better choosing our delegates as well, maybe. So I offer systems, knowledges to do all this as the Politicator, and as Emanuele Nusca, I will remain a citizen, so to speak. Okay, that's why I am a politician, but yes, I will never be a candidate because I don't want your consensus and use your political energy. I want you to use along with me. So basically, what I'm telling, and because I came to the realization of this, not because I'm inventing this, is that we terrestrials are inherently all politicians because we want things, and we want things in public, and we have this ability to communicate and decide with others and come together and join the energies and build big things. Look what we've done in the history. Look what we've built, cities we have done. This was impossible for few people, if not a lot of people, come together to some sort of decisions and cooperate from the top to the bottom of the pyramid to one project. So what's wrong? Apparently nothing. Apparently everything, because we are still building bombs to throw at each other. So in my opinion, what I realized is just the structure of how decisions are expressed. That's the thing. We need to change the way from a pyramidal structure, okay, from a pyramid to a circular structure, not the earth, circular, kind of. There is not a shape. It's a way of say to visualize this thing, but it means that we need to come together in the group on the equal field of Mother Earth and decide together in a proper way to do politics. Yes, everyone will have different values and weights to put on the table. So eventually, yes, the power will be different from each other, but no one can steal the power from another, cheating or using whatever other way of doing, because everything will be transparent, and I will allow you to express more power in that field. I will give you for free my consensus. I will follow you. I will still kind of delegate you, but at that point, I will know my responsibility, even in delegating, because still delegating, it's a choice. And you cannot avoid that if you understood that you are a terrestrial human being. That's what I understood in life before, and that's why I'm doing all this. Because if we, the people, don't understand that we are the primary and final actors of everything is happening on Earth, which is hard to, to tell, yes, I am the one that is making all this mess, we are not going anywhere. Because you must be responsible of what you're doing in the collectivity, because the collectivity is one body that contains you. You are a part of that collectivity. And now we know, just in the material world, without telling and saying, without even naming the existing juridical structure, you are a terrestrial human being. You live on Earth. You are materially part of this group of people that contains me as well. And I cannot go out. I cannot go in another group of people. We are condemned to be together, to live together on Earth. That's what it means to understand what a terrestrial human being is, what you really are, what we really are. So I'm trying to find the definition, and I wrote this definition within years. What a terrestrial human being is, trying to understand these old philosophical questions. Why? Because we are the actors. So if things don't work for some reason, surely because of us, because we have problems. Otherwise, the nature, other animals have problems. Did you ever see other animals struggling or They fight just for the family or the food, but then the rest, they live, they arrange their society, and very few of them really kill each other as much as we do for silly reasons. Silly reasons. So, oh, we have Paktoshi. Finally. Paktoshi. I'm watching the video and I missed you. So, Paktoshi, thank you for coming online. So, Paktoshi is the guy that requested the live. So, he finally got on stage. 42 minutes late, but it's okay. Good morning, Paktoshi. Okay. I need. Okay, just wait a second, please, because. Okay, sorry, wait a second, because now I have a problem, because I'm going live on YouTube, and so I need to mute myself when you speak. So, good morning again.
Good morning, Emmanuel. How are you?
Yeah, all good. And yeah, we cannot unfortunately have this kind of chat later on. So I will close the streaming now, but I want to tell you, if you have more questions, because in the streaming I went to the explication of the dual voting system that you already know, basically, okay, because you called me to go through the test. So if you have more questions specifically about the system, I will finish to answer everything, and then eventually we can move the conversation more personally, and the space on Twitter will move over, and I will finish the live streaming. So please.
We can move over. You can finish off now.
Okay, perfect. So, guys, thank you very much who's watching the live streaming. That was it. A brief explanation of everything. Whoever wants, I will come again online for you all the time to explain everything about the perfect choice and trying to find the solution together. If you want to run a test, if you have a group, or if you are already a political group, whichever group, a friend group, we can do it, and will be a lot of fun. For real. I will tell you that doing a perfect choice together, it's a lot of fun, because you're going to explore new things about you, basically talking about everything else. I will never impose any argument aside the true politics, what that is. From there, you will choose everything else, and you will see how the system works. So thank you very much to everyone, and see you next time. And if you want, yes, please join the live Twitter space so we can keep on with the conversation. Okay? Bye-bye. You will find the link in the description, of course.